My opponent could be in any guard, but I'll be in portaferro larga. Now this is a position of invitation in which I hope he would attack me. But of course it's also an obvious position. He might not, so he doesn't. So what I do first here is I throw a reverso. This is going to be toward his sword, and I want to step my right foot to my right side into codalunga larga, all exposed. I do that, and here I am. So codalunga larga, all exposed. So in portaferro larga, my hand here is more palm up. My right shoulder is forward. I make this reverso into codalunga larga. Now I'm here palm down, and my left shoulder is forward. And look at the exposure. In fact, Anonimo says, do that and be exposed so that he will have a reason to strike at you. So there's your first action, is simply to change guards with a cut so that you can be attacked, and here's the attack. It's a half mandrito to his arm, to his hand, and when I do it, I move my left foot further around behind my right foot into portaferro larga. So let's take a look at that. I start in portaferro larga, I make the reverso into codalunga larga, and here's a half mandrito as I move my left foot behind my right foot and strike for that hand into codalunga larga. So here we see a half mandrito into codalunga larga. And I just circle my back foot around behind my front foot. My left foot here is already in the rear, but I move it further around the rear. It's a half mandrito, right. So in the first action, turn this hand, throw this reverso. It's to the sword, you can hit it or not, but throw it toward the sword as you step your right foot sideways to your right. This is a half mandrito. So lift your point and strike for the hand down into larga. It's not the kind of mandrito that you would do this motion here. That's not a half mandrito. Change guards to incite a response. Change guards, hit at it, down to here. Strike, all the way down. So this is a position of invitation. I'd like him to attack me here, but let's say he won't do it. And so I move to another such low position to see if he will do it. And maybe he would, but also maybe he would be a little suspicious of me, not quite believe me, because I throw from here, throw that half mandrito for his hand, and he might pull his hand back and then try to hit me again once I've passed through down into larga. So I'm in larga here, I go to codalunga larga here, from here, half mandrito here, now he tries to hit me, and here's a falso parry. Now this will be followed by an immediate rising reverso ridoppio to his arm, followed by a rising falso to the arm in the manner of a montante, and then a reverso to the face or arm. Here, again down into larga, exposed position. Moving here to another exposed position. Here's the half mandrito to larga and a falso, followed by a rising reverso, followed by a rising falso in the manner of a montante. So that is 1, 2, followed by a reverso for the arm or face. Here with a step of the right foot into larga. Now when he attacks me, a mandrito across his sword arm, down into portaferro larga. Now that's not a half mandrito. Watching this again, change to here. Half mandrito to here. Falso. Rising reverso, rising falso, descending reverso, and then a full mandrito to the arm. Change, try to hit that. Falso. So there's a nice little exchange right then and there. Just that first little bit. You're exposed, he won't go for it. You can sort of assume, being as cautious as he is here, that he won't believe the second one either. I go into that second one, try to hit that, be ready to hit that, and then right away, step, throw. Here again, reverso, here I am again, mandrito to the arm, full mandrito. Slow motion, change to here. Half mandrito to larga, falso parry, rising, reverso ridoppio, falso, reverso, full mandrito to larga. Watch what the enemy is doing here. So first, here you see when he throws a mandrito, he can easily retract that and throw another one really quickly. That gets parried. Here he better pull his arm out of the way because that's a ridoppio coming very quickly, followed by a false edge blow. Those two things happen without there's no step there, they're very fast. Only step on the reverso. Here, another reverso with a step down into larga. Here, this sort of mandrito that shields you. That's a full mandrito. So, here's a reverso down to here. This half mandrito, falso, one step, rising reverso, followed by a falso. Here's a reverso with a step. Now this mandrito, a full one. You see, that protects you. That happened to be a thrust, could have been a cut. I don't care what it was. See? So again, looking at the responses here as well. He's got to survive that and throw another one. He's got to get out of the way of that, and this as well. And if he tries anything there, that's across the sword arm. Portefeuille larga. $133.